Wow, it's really great to be planting again. It's nearly the end of November. I quite like planting at this time of year because things are going to go really nice and slow over winter. They're not going to need any attention at all, and they'll just really burst into life in March, late February, March time, and give me a really nice early crop. And it really helps me to get a nice kind of continuity of harvest all the way through the year. So I'm just going to show you around all the different bits and pieces that I'm replanting, things that I'm planning to plant, seedlings that I've got ready to plant pretty soon, and just give you an idea of how everything's going. So this bed was autumn lettuce, and I've just pulled it all out. Looked a right old mess, and it was full of salad onions as well. So I've transplanted some of the salad onions into that bed just so that I can harvest those over the next couple of weeks, and the rest of them are just in water ready for the harvest on Sunday. And so now I've reconditioned this bed. I've just popped spinach in there, and there's a lot of plants actually. I think 36 plants, and some of them are 2 plants to each station. And so they're going to be quite small leaved in sort of February sort of time, but that'll be lovely actually, because it'll help me bulk out my salad mixes with lovely crisp sweet spinach leaves. And then of course as we go into March and April, these are going to be really big. But what I'll probably be doing is harvesting every other plant sometime in March and interplanting something into this bed, something like calabrese for example. In 2 weeks time, when I've harvested all of those salad onions, I'll recondition that bed just the same, and into that bed will go this little tray of spinach. And basically the same kind of story for these, but just running a little bit behind. So a couple of weeks ago I popped in these lettuces, and although we've got absolutely loads of lettuce in the polytunnel, what I want is to start getting lettuces that are going to come at their peak in kind of March time, and hopefully that will be true of this bed, and then that will start to allow me to clear the polytunnel and get it replanted with another crop, probably brassicas, in the kind of February, March, April, early May sort of time scale, in the gap basically between the winter harvest and planting all the summer fruits. So a couple of days ago, underneath this thick mulch of wood chip, I've just planted bare-rooted strawberries, and it's a really great time to be putting bare-rooted strawberries in. And obviously they always look a bit sad on the first day or so, but they've already picked up really nicely. And I've also interplanted into this bed garlic. I think there's 27 cloves of garlic. And there's the label perhaps for the strawberry plants, Mara de Bois. And yeah, I've never grown this variety before, but it was highly recommended to me, so really excited to try it in June, July sort of time. And yeah, so garlic and strawberries, I think they go really well together for the first couple of years. Once the beds kind of thicken up, there's not enough room for the garlic, but at this stage there's plenty of room, and it just seems to put the birds off, having the long kind of stalks of the garlic kind of flapping around, blowing around in the wind. Just seems to deter the birds a little bit. So fingers crossed. So this is the next bed to be cleared. So it's got Asian greens in, I'm taking them out, and so I've been progressively taking these out over the last few weeks. These will be the last ones to go, and there's some bits of old spinach. Still harvesting it, but this is spinach now that we've been harvesting for a few months. It's getting a bit tired, and so all of these salad onions, all of this stuff will be coming out, and lettuces will be going in here late December really. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to getting this messy bed cleared and replanted. The lettuces that I'm going to put in, they're looking really good at the moment. They're just under grow lights on the top of a wardrobe, out of the way, and as I say, they'll be ready in about 3 weeks time. And this bed, this is currently carrots, and this will be cleared through December. By the end of December I'll just recondition this, but I won't be ready to replant it probably until February time. and in there we'll put some brassicas, so probably red cabbages I'm guessing, for kind of harvest in May, June time. This bed doesn't look like it's really got much in it, but it's actually got field beans in it, and all of the tops have been harvested off the field beans. There's a few little ones that are left that are not quite ready for harvest, but you can see all of these little bits here. These are all field beans that I'll reshoot over the next few weeks, and so I'll be harvesting those again in sort of January and sort of February time, and then into this bed, and this bed which is also field beans. That's where I'm going to put calabrese for harvest in May, and eventually this top will come off because the calabrese will outgrow it. Some of these green mesh tunnels will go in, and you can see this has all got field beans in it, and these are the ones we're harvesting the tips off right now, and then they'll throw up new shoots again. I won't show you more, but I've got hundreds and hundreds of onions in. These are all overwintered onions that will be allowed to bulb up rather than salad onions, and I'm pretty pleased with them. They're growing quite well. The challenge you have with these sorts of onions is that because they're growing so well, because it's been so mild, it's very likely that they'll go to seed. And so I've got about 100 red winter onions that I've only just planted, and there's an example of them, you know, just breaking surface. And as I say, that 100, they almost certainly won't end up going to seed, so they're the ones we'll end up eating in sort of July through to August, and the ones that are likely to go to seed, they're the ones we'll just be eating in May and June. Like this quick video, my name's Steve, this is the Seaside Kitchen Garden and Allotment channel, and I'll see you soon.